Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. So I came across a tag today from Tarot for the Heathers channel, and she's doing a tribute to Betty White and the rest of the Golden Girls. It's hashtag if each Golden Girl were a tarot deck, and there's 5 prompts, and basically the idea is each prompt is a different person in the show Golden Girls, and you got to choose a deck that speaks to that person. So here we go, without further ado. So number 1 is Rose, your sweetest deck whose heartfelt messages are simple and easy to understand. And the only deck that came to mind, I've made a pouch for it, I've got a little cute button here for it, is the Oak Ash and Thorn. Let me go a little bit like that. It's probably the sweetest deck I have. It's very sweet and very simple. Beautiful cards. They're upside down. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And why are they turned around? And when I thought of Rose, I thought of, which is Betty White's character, if you don't know. If you've never seen Golden Girls before, even though we know there's a Golden Girls tarot out there, I just thought this was a fun prompt. And the second I thought of Sweet Rose, I thought of this deck. Because it's, no matter how harsh the image is, like this 3 of Swords in the beginning, it's still not that harsh to me. It's very loving and very sweet and very kind, which is Rose's nature. And I just thought that was cool. See, 5 of Swords still doesn't look that harsh to me. Coming up quite a few. They're all like darker cards. Beautiful though. Let me see here. Beautiful, beautiful cards. So sweet. So, just, that's one of my favorite. The 3 of Wands. So sweet and simple, just like Rose, and I love it. So cute. Look at that. So cute. So that is the Oak Ash and Thorn for prompt 1. So for prompt 2, we have Dorothy. A deck that is sarcastic yet loving. A deck that knows you know better. And this is the only deck I thought of. I've got a couple like this, but this is literally the only deck I could think of. It's the Tarot de la Nuit. It's sarcastic in a way that you're like, wow, yeah, I did know that. I'm an idiot. And it's like, yeah, I know. I've been telling you the same thing for months and you're not listening, and now I'm got to tell you in a rude way, sarcastic way, and then I get it, and it's like, yeah, I know. I know that you know. It is a gorgeous deck. It is me, like a vampire-y kind of deck. It's got fantastical creatures. There's a mermaid. I think this is cool because it's a mermaid, but she's got a skull in the water. It's very beautiful and very vampire-y, but it reads like a sarcastic friend that's just like, duh, idiot. We know you. I know you knew. It just took you a while to connect the dots. But it's very beautiful, and that it was literally when I read that prompt, I'm like, yeah, that's the only deck I could think of. I'm sure I've got more, but it's the one and only deck I thought of when I thought of the Dorothy. So it's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. Gorgeous. Okay. Moving on to prompt 3. We have, for prompt 3, Sophia. get this one in here. And Sophia is a deck that tells a story, but whose message is clear in the end. And I didn't pull them out, and I was going to, but I would say Tarot of the Abyss by Anatorian, simply because of the, and I'm going to see if I can pull some out here. Queen of Wands, because of the court cards. And I'm going to show here if I can find them all. I should have pulled these out before, but I didn't think about it. Oh my gosh. King of Wands. These two. Knight. We're just missing the other one here. Page. So, if we look at, these are the backs, and this is published by U.S. Games. The other one were in, Cash and Thorn is an indie deck, and then this one was a Low Scare Barrel deck. So, if we look at the court cards, we see the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. And it literally looks like they're in the same environment. There's woods behind them. Here, she looks like she's starting to build the fire. And then he has a fairy, a fire fairy in his hand. And then she's got the fairy going, or the fire going. And then it's raging on, like with the fairy, the fairy sprite, or the fire sprite. And I pulled this card many times, and it's the wording in there is fantastic in the book. But there's all in this environment, and there's literally a little storyline going on here with them, which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But I just thought of another deck I could have pulled for this too, but I was blown away by the storyline in the courts, and then just the artwork is stunning in her decks. Just they're all gorgeous, 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 gorgeous cards. Yeah. So this was literally, the first deck I thought of. It's one of those tags where as soon as I read it, whatever deck comes to mind is what I've used. So I just thought of the Haunted House Tarot as well, because it's the whole suits are a series of events that are happening to one person. So yeah, this is the other deck the first one I thought of, though. There's the first one I thought of, and her decks are just the Eight of Swords. Her art is just stunning. Oh, I love this Eight of Cups, where she's tossing the drink out of the cup, and she's just walking away from that environment. Love it. So that is the Tarot of the Abyss by Anatorian. And that is Sophia. To me, it tells a story, but in the end, you get the point. It's very clear. Beautiful. So number 4 is Blanche, your most luxurious, most beautiful, or most sexy deck, in the very first deck. And probably, and I've mentioned it many times, that this is my most luxurious deck, is the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. It is, again, an indie deck. It's by Taroteca Studio. They're also the one that did the I always want to say Haunted Mansion Tarot, but I know that's not it. It's got a silk matte edging. The cards are silk matte as well. This cardstock is phenomenal. That's an advertisement deck. When they printed this deck, they did the High Priestess spelled wrong. So this is an extra card now, because when I got the deck, they'd already corrected it. So the High Priestess is in here correct. But this is probably the most beautiful deck I have. The cardstock is like, it's like silk. It's just, I've mentioned it many, many times, that this is probably one of, or is probably the most beautiful deck I have. Look at that. The lines are crisp and clear. The backgrounds are just stunning. Each suit has a different, what's the word I'm looking for? Each suit has a different sceneries. It's just stunning, stunning, stunning deck. This is the one I always think of when I think of a luxurious, beautiful deck, because it's just gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And I haven't shown it in a minute. Sometimes it's hard to get these apart. I know there's 2 cards there. Wow, they did not want to come apart. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Oh, one of my favorite temperance cards ever. And then we got, oh my gosh, why? My fingers ain't working, maybe. And my favorite card, the reason I bought this deck, the Lover's card. So gorgeous. Yes, it's very Adam and Eve, but I didn't care. It was so beautiful. I love the purple in it. And then we got, let me find it here. It's just stunning, stunning art. Stunning. Look at that. Gorgeous. Queen of Wands. Beautiful. It's a very body beautiful. I don't care. It's gorgeous. And sometimes you just need pretty to look at. And that's what I see in this deck. That's what I see. There's the other High Priestess. It's probably not going to be in the back now. Let me see if I can pull this. My Soul card, the Chariot. Look at that. Gorgeous. A Strength card. Beautiful. I mean, I can't stop showing them. Look at that one. The 8 of Swords. Gorgeousness. Hangman. This is my other favorite card. The 2 of Coins. It's very balanced, and there's so much. Even the waves are like green sea. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous coloring in that. Gorgeous. And then we have like the 9 of Coins. Gorgeous. Look at this. Gorgeous. The whole deck is beautiful. And I was trying to find the Empress, because look at that. World. That. There she is. A lot of these cards that have a background like the wheat, I swear I can hear it moving in the breeze behind her. It's just glorious. And yeah, this is, anytime I think of a very beautiful, exotic, luxurious deck, I think of this deck. And it wasn't that cheap, so that's also like, yeah, it's like the Cadillac of decks. It's beautiful, and it doesn't read too bad either. And I love the little box it comes in. It's very, very quality, high quality deck or box. So the 5th prompt, you're going, we're out of Golden Girls. What's the 5th prompt? So the 5th prompt is Stan. It's an honorable mention. Your nostalgic deck, a deck you would never part with or can't get rid of. And that will always be the Tarot Illuminati by Los Carabero. Eric C. Dunn is the creator. Companion book by Kim Huggins, which is an amazing book. And it's pretty thick. And it's full colored pages. Beautiful. This is a deck I learned to read tarot on. So this deck will never be parted from me. I tried to do a paint marker gold gild edging, because when I first saw this deck, it was gold edged. Either it was a special edition or it doesn't come with gilding, and I messed it up, but I still love the cards. It's typical Los Carabero, amazing card stock. If for a bigger card, for a regular tarot size card of theirs. A lot of people think this deck is very garish, that maybe the body doesn't match sometimes, but I love it. It's, like I said, the deck I learned on, the deck I finally learned to get out of my own way and learn tarot on. And I think it's gorgeous. One of the first decks I ever had that was just, I thought was stunning. And I'm like, wow. And yes, it is very RWS, but at the same time, I'm like, it literally got me enough of a way of thinking from the RWS that I could work with it. Look how beautiful. The blues and it's just stunning. Just a stunning, stunning deck. So this is Stan. The honorable mention, the deck, no matter what happens, I don't really read with this deck anymore because I have so many others. But I'm never going to get rid of it just because I've had it the longest. And that kind of sums up Dorothy and Stan's relationship. She'd never get rid of him even though... She could never get rid of him even though they were divorced. And it's just... I find it very fitting. But yeah, this is my Stan deck. And it's gorgeous. And I love the diversity in it. Each suit has a different race. And I love it. So that was prompt 5. The honorable mention deck. The deck I would never get rid of. And that sums up my take on the Golden Girls hashtag that she's going around. Hopefully other people get to see it because I think it's a pretty cool little tag going around. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night.